Right, hello YouTube. I'm going to do 4 DVDs again today, and this is going to be a quick one because I don't know, I thought I'd pick 4 again, so I just put this one in for a quick throw in because I couldn't find anything else. Lakeview Terrace, Samuel Jackson. I love his films, I've always loved his films, and in this one he's a bad guy. In every film I know he's a great actor, he's so convincing about his role, and in this one he really shows who he is. He's a policeman, and there is new people moving in next door. Patrick Wilson again, moving in with his girlfriend. I don't know her name and I don't care for it. Anyway, yeah, so they just move in, and as it says on the box, what could be safer than living next to a cop? What happens is he torments them, he messes about with them. I think because he's racist, he's black and he's white, Patrick Wilson, and as far as I remember, I watched this like half a year ago, he does stuff to his house. He puts big flashing lights on during the night to piss him off, and it's like that for all the film. He hires someone to like wreck his house, rob his house or something, and he makes it look like it's somebody else every time, and eventually somehow, I can't remember, Patrick Wilson finds out that it's him doing all this stuff, and he's suspicious of him eventually because he's on and off moods with him. Sometimes he's nice and sometimes he can be annoying, and there's nothing he can do because he's a cop. Like when they buy, like, I think it's new plants for the garden, they stick up against his fence and he's like, why are you doing that? He didn't give him permission, so he tears it down with a chainsaw, and then arguments arise. But it's I spent 2 minutes on it. It's too long for that, to be honest. It's a good film. I wouldn't say it's bad. Made a good 4 years ago though, so. And to move on quickly, the next one is Red Mist. I watched this a while ago. This is from the creators of Shrooms, and Shrooms I have not watched yet. I got it off my mate's video and he said it was a load of shit. I just thought I'd buy it anyway, and then I found out this is by the makers of Shrooms also, and I thought I'd pick it up. It's got many different characters in it, someone from Uninvited, The Descent, and I don't know why I can't remember what goes on here. And it's a group of people, from what I remember, a group of fourth graders. Fourth graders, shut up. It's just a group of friends who torment this guy who's got some sort of problem. I can't remember, it's some sort of illness, and he's in love with her, and he always tries to talk to her and follows her and stuff. And obviously there's a few lads in there, when he tries to talk to her they always give him some stick and stuff and shit, and because he's got an illness or whatever, and they just love to take the piss out of him. And eventually I think they invite him to drink in a bar and they get him totally wasted, and because he's ill he doesn't know what he's doing, so they just get him in a car later, drive off somewhere and dump him in the middle of nowhere, and I think he's dead. I think somebody smashes him over the head with something, and they don't take him to a hospital. And because if they get in trouble, then I think they lose their like some sort of apprenticeship or something. I can't remember what it is, but they lose out on something. And yeah, so they dump him in the middle of nowhere, and then he goes into a coma, and she's his doctor, I think, looking after him, and he's like possessed by something. So he's killing them all one by one with some force of power while he's in the coma. It's alright. It's not bad. It was worth it for the money I paid for it anyway. Right, I'm on 4.5 minutes now. I'm gonna get moving. Right, this film I watched. No, actually, sort it out. At first, it'll be Devil out of the two. Do that one next. Yeah, it's on. This is where a group of people, about 5 people, get stuck in an elevator, and Devil is on it, and it's the devil apparently inside the elevator, and he stops the elevator, and when it goes into darkness, when the lights go out, the power goes off, he kills a person and the people in the surveillance rooms, the security guards are watching them, and then there's like moments where they pause it and then they can see the devil's face. One of them happens to be like that type of person who's against the devil or whatever, so he knows what's going on, and the police get involved and stuff like that. But the good thing is about this film is I didn't think I'd like it because it's in one place for the whole film, where people are just stuck in that one elevator for the whole 1 hour and 20 minutes, and it isn't that. It's based outside as well. There's people outside obviously trying to help them. It's half based out on them and then half based on the people in the elevator. It's quite a good film, better than I expected. I think Forest Whitaker's in it from what I remember, and honestly I just don't like him. He's just a weird character. I don't know why. He's just one of them people. God. Anyway, I think it was quite good. Like I said, better than what I expected. And this film, God, 6 minutes, I watched last night on my own for an hour and a half. It was Death Watch, and I love this film. It was amazing. I bought this good month ago, so brand new sealed, and I've only just got around to watching it, and it was amazing. I sat in the room on my own in the dark with my surround sound on, and it was amazing. It's about these group of soldiers who get stuck. Well, no, they don't get stuck, but they've got nowhere else to go, so they want to hide out from the Germans in their own trench in a German dugout. So what they do when they're there is destroy it, like with Stalingrad grenades and stuff, blow it all up, blow it to pieces. And doing that, there's a load of dead Germans around, and I think there's one German left in there who's like telling them they're all gonna die, they're all not safe and stuff, should leave. And I think that was what he said. Otherwise, obviously, they're all in trouble, and they don't listen to him. I think he's French actually, not German, Frenchman, and the youngest one, 16-year-old Shakespeare, happens to speak French and obviously translate for them. And they don't listen to him. They just give him shit because there's some real psychos in here. And if they don't leave, then they'll all get killed and they'll all turn against one another. And that's exactly what happens. There's some sort of German force in the trenches, and they keep blowing it up. So obviously, getting the force is angry, and basically it kills some of them when they're on their own searching the dugout by like some barbed wire and stuff, and then they all think it's each other, and there's one guy who's possessed by the demon in there and starts killing their own people, which starts arguments. Some of them rebel against following orders, and then they end up fighting over it and killing each other. And there's one survivor, and surprised it was him out of all of them. But this film is amazing. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. It got good reviews, and I give it good reviews. 4.5 stars is what it got. That's what I'd give it. That's all I got for today. It's been on for a long time. I will see you next time.